Businesses always spend a lot of time qualifying leads just to realize that the majority of them are just time wasters. Think about the amount of hours spent on unqualified leads, hours that could be instead spent in real buyers. Now, what if AI can do all of that for you? Qualify the leads, filter out the time wasters so you can go and focus on the real buyers and just go ahead and close them. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can build an AI outbound sales reps that could qualify leads. This could work for any industry, but for the purpose of this video, I'm gonna show you how this can revolutionize the real estate industry. For those who may be new to my channel, my name is Rujude Lee Joseph. I'm the founder of Nixam AI, and I got this idea when I wanted to get a VAPI service so I can make international calls from Taiwan for my business. So I went to this company's website. I handed over all of my informations, and I had to wait almost a week to receive a call from a sales rep to see for which VAPI plan I qualify for. And this is when it hit me. An AI could take over this whole process, qualify the leads, see which plan I can qualify for without wasting human time. Now, let's see how an example of this might look like.
Hi, Jude. This is Gene from Prestige Property Realty Group. You have filled in one of our contact forms, and we wanted to reach out to see how we can assist you. Is now a good time to talk?
Yes, now is a good time to talk.
I need to inform you that I am an artificial intelligence and that this call will be recorded for quality purposes. First, may I ask if you are looking to buy or to sell?
I'm looking to buy.
Awesome. Could you tell me a little about what type of property you're interested in? For example, are you looking for a single-family home, condo, townhouse, or something else?
I'm looking for a single family home.
Perfect. Do you have a particular location or neighborhood in mind for your new home?
If possible, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Just want to clarify, are you asking if Fort Lauderdale is possible for your new home?
Yes, that's correct.
That's a beautiful area. And do you have a price range or budget in mind for this purchase?
Around 400,000 to 500,000 USD.
Got it. Just to help us match you with the best options, have you been pre-approved for a mortgage yet?
Yes, I have been pre-approved for a mortgage.
That's fantastic. Being pre-approved puts you in a strong position in today's market. Now, could you share what's motivating you to purchase a home right now?
I'm moving from California to Florida for work.
Understood. Relocating for work can be a big transition. Do you have an ideal move-in date or time frame that you're aiming for?
I'd like to move in before December 1st.
Absolutely. We'll aim to help you meet that timeline. Are there any specific features or amenities that are must-haves for you in a single-family home? For example, a backyard, a garage, or perhaps a certain number of bedrooms?
Well, I would need 4 bedrooms, also a pool and a backyard and a garage, of course.
Great. Those are important features you're looking for in a home. Have you encountered any challenges or concerns in your home search so far?
Yes, I couldn't find a home that is within my budget that has 4 bedrooms.
That's a common challenge, and we'll certainly do our best to find options that meet both your budget and criteria. Are there any other concerns or questions you have about the buying process that I can help clarify?
No, I don't have any other questions.
All right, Jude. Thank you so much for sharing all of this. I'll review everything we discussed and pass it to one of our agents who will reach out to you with a few options that fit your criteria. Expect an email shortly with the next steps, and feel free to reply if you have any other questions in the meantime. Thank you for your time, and we look forward to helping you find your new home. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, as you've seen, this is an example of how the AI could call the lead, ask the lead a couple of questions, like the reason why the person wants to buy a new house, the budget, to just assess the financial readiness of the prospect, and a lot of more things. So this script can be also customized depending on what type of businesses we're trying to qualify leads for. Okay, so I made the call to my old Samsung because I'm using my phone right now to record. So I'm using my old Samsung to receive the call. And as you see, it's really amazing. So businesses can really draw a lot of profits from using this kind of AI voice systems. So now that you've seen the sample, let's go into my computer and I'm going to show you exactly what is the process that I've used to engineer all of this. For those of you who are not new to my channel, you might be already accustomed to VAPI. VAPI is the system that we use as the front end of our AI voice agent. So this is going to allow us to give a prompt to the AI, a set of instructions that the AI has to follow closely. And so here, this is the first message. You can notice that here we have two pairs of curly braces. This is what's called in VAPI dynamic variables that we're going to explain very soon. So what does this allow you to do? It's allow you to take information from a database and then create a variable that you can reference the information inside of your prompt. So for example, here, I write hi first name. Let's say that the first name that I had in my database was Jude, for example, like it was for a call. So when the AI calls the person, the first thing the AI is going to say is hi Jude. Is going to replace this variable by the name that was in my database. This is Jane from Jane Pristine Property Realty Group. You have filled in one of our contact form and wanted to reach out to you to see how I can assist you. And here we have the system prompt, which is what the AI should do. Here we have the specifics. This tells the AI, okay, we give you a bunch of tasks and this is exactly what you have to do in which order. So now here you see as number one, if they are looking to buy or sell, you have to find their financial readiness, their motivation and goals, their timeline and urgency, challenges and concern. And then here we use what's called emotional prompting. This is very funny, right? Someone who sees that will say, oh, this is a little bit silly. But actually it works, okay? It works because OpenAI, they have done a bunch of tests and they noticed that when you give the AI a set of instruction like this, follow the specifics closely and otherwise the world would end, it pushes the LLM model to give you a more accurate response. So this is not odd at all. This is called emotional prompting. There's other ways that you can do it, but I decided to do it this way because I feel like it worked best for me. And then here we have the context of, obviously this business is fake. I'm not using the name of a real client. And then here we have a couple of examples. This is the buyer script and below we have the seller script. So inside of our prompt, we have two different examples. If the person is a buyer, the AI is going to follow this script. If the AI is a seller, the AI is going to follow the other script to try to qualify the prospect. And then now this is the interesting part in our assistant. So this is the back end of the assistant. We use a platform called make.com to handle all of the operation. So what we do here, this is the workflow that we use to trigger the call. Okay, so here we have a database which with the names of the clients, their phone numbers and some other information that we might find relevant. So let me click on this. You see this is my own database, Jude database. And then the table we are using is called real estate leads. And the two fields that we choose are name and phone number. So we're going to use those two fields to create the call. In this area, we have the variable section. So here we have the VAPI API key, the variable name. Here we have the phone number, which is one of the phone number inside our VAPI's dashboard that we're going to use to make this call. And then here we have a variable that's called first name. And then this variable is the name that we had inside of our Airtable database. So what we're going to do in the next step is we're going to use this module to transform the name into a JSON structure. And then we're going to put this JSON structure inside of our assistant request. So what we do here, this is called an HTTP module, HTTP request. So here we use the call endpoint of VAPI. The method is post. The name is authorization. You have to make sure that you put all of this information accordingly. And here, this is our VAPI API key. You can find the VAPI API key inside of VAPI. Let me show you very quickly. You just have to go here and then you go in the API key section and then you have what's called a private and a public API key. But what you have to use if you want to do outbound calls, you have to use your private API key. Okay, and the body type is raw. The content type is JSON. JSON is the structure that I would say robots use to communicate between each other. And here, this is the JSON body of our request. So here we can see we have the assistant ID. This is the variable that we add inside of this module. And here we have the variable values. And in this variable value, this is where we put the first name of the lead that we're going to call. Essentially, this, which is called JSON string, is what we created here, which is the first name of the caller. We took the first name of the caller and we created a JSON structure with it so we can send it to the AI so the AI can interpret this information, process it accordingly. And here we have the phone number ID, which is the phone number that we are going to use inside of our VAPI dashboard. In case you are curious about the phone number, VAPI allows you to buy phone numbers or also take phone numbers from other phone providers like Twilio, and then you can put them into your VAPI dashboard, and then you can use those numbers to make calls. For example, this is the number I use usually to make tests, right? So each number has an ID. So you come here, you just need to copy this, and then you just need to go back to your table and you need to paste it. But in my case, I put it inside of this variable, okay? So the phone number ID, so I can just reference it here, which make it very, very easy, so I don't need to copy and paste all the time. So now coming back to our VAPI dashboard, the reason here that I have two pairs of curly braces with the first name inside is because the first name is already referenced into our make.com scenario. So here, instead of saying hi, first name, it's gonna say hi and it's gonna replace this variable but the name that we had in our Airtable database. So for the case of our previous call, the name was Jude. So the AI said, hi Jude. But if I decide to change it, for example, let's say I go back and then I change the name to, let's take a random name. Okay, I'm gonna erase this variable and then I call this Mark, for example. I call it Mark and then we save. Okay, now let me try to make a call again, and you see the AI is gonna say, hey Mark, not hey Jude, but hey Mark. Let's try it again.
Hi, Mark. This is Jane from Prestige Property Realty Group. You have filled in one of our contacts.
Hello. What is my name?
Reach out to see how we can assist you.
What is my name again?
Now a good time to talk.
What is my name again?
Your name is Mark. How can I assist you today?
Okay, this is amazing. So you see here, it doesn't say hey Jude, it says hey Mark, because I changed the variable here. So I'm gonna put the correct variable again. Right. And the other part of this is that we have a webhook here that is going to take all of the information from this call, and then it will input those information into our Airtable database. So for this one, what we use is a function that is built in within VAPI, which is called analysis. So here we provide VAPI a prompt. Okay. For example, this one is summarize the detail of the call with the caller, include their property interest or needs, financial readiness, motivation, timeline, and any concern they mention. We also have a success evaluation prompt. So what this prompt does is it's going to evaluate all of the interaction between the AI and the caller, and will try to assess if that caller is qualified or not. So we have different thresholds between 0 to 40%. The caller is an unqualified lead. Between 41 to 50%, there's a very low potential. Between 50 to 70, moderate potential. 70 to 85, high potential. And 86 to 100 is a very highly qualified lead. Means that for this case of this video, the real estate agent will have to reach out to that person immediately, and will have to waste less time to those other ones. So what we do here is that we're trying to filter out the leads, okay, so that the salesman or the real estate agent doesn't have to go do it by himself. He can just go into the dashboard and analyze the interaction between the AI and the caller and try to draw conclusions. And those conclusions are going to allow the person to save a lot of time and focus more on the prospect that have a higher chance of converting. Okay, so here our webhook is going to receive all of the call information and we'll put it in our Airtable database. So how to set up this whole thing? You have to go back to your VAPI dashboard, and then you go to advanced. And you go down, you're going to find what's called the server URL. And here, this is the webhook URL of our make.com scenario. So you just have to go back into make.com, and here I have my own webhook, but you have to create your own, and then you just have to copy the address here. So if you want to create a new webhook, how you can do that, you can just click on add, you give your webhook a name, and it's gonna give you another address. Let's call this webhook, just so I can show you. Okay, so we're gonna have an address here, but since I already created mine, I'm gonna go back to the webhook that I created already. Okay, I think it was this one, if I remember well. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, so this is the webhook I already created. So you just have to copy the webhook address, and then you go back to your VAPI dashboard, you paste it here, and then here you just have to put the server URL secret. This is not very important, so you can just write 1, 2, 3, anything you would like. And then here you have to go to server messages, and you have to select end of call report. So it's gonna give you all the interaction between the AI and the caller. So let's go to the Airtable database to see what is the report of the call that I just did with the AI. Okay, great. So this is the report of the call. So here we have the name of the caller. This is the name that we took from our Airtable database. And then here we have the phone number as well of the caller. And here we have the summary of what happened in the call. So if I click on here, you can see everything is listed out very nicely. Okay, so for example, we have the property interest in need, looking to buy a single family home, interested in Fort Lauderdale area, budget 400,000 to 500,000 USD. And my requirements are 4-bedroom, pool, backyard, and garage. And then financial readiness has been prepared for a mortgage, which is an awesome motivation. Moving from California to Florida for work, timeline, and a lot of other information. And here we have also the key point discussed between the AI and the caller. And we have the next step, which is amazing. My qualification is 82%. Means that I'm a qualified lead. So, but I'm not highly qualified. I'm not in the 86 to 100% margin. Okay, so I'm still highly qualified. Okay, but I'm not a time waster. And here we have the transcript of the call, which is everything that happened between the AI and the caller. And here we have the cost, how much this call cost us. And then here we have the ended reason, whether it is that the customer ended the call, or the AI ended the call just by himself, or potential timeout. And on this side, we have our list of leads. For the purpose of this video, the only lead we have is me, of course, because I'm doing a demo. So here, this is the name of the lead. This is the number of the lead. So we're gonna take those two information to call the lead. Okay. So this is the name. Since I already referenced the name inside of our VAPI dashboard with the dynamic variable, so when the AI calls, whatever the name is here, it's gonna mention that name. And here, this is the number. It's gonna call the number of the potential client, which is pretty amazing. So you may be wondering, why would someone want to use something like this? Well, number one, as I said as in the beginning, businesses waste a lot of time on qualified needs. And the system could also be used to do cold calling, which requires a lot of time. And quite frankly, people really hate cold calling. So instead of doing it yourself, you can have an automation like that set up, and you just have your list of leads, and then the AI is gonna call those leads, okay, and try to pitch and offer your services and try to help them book an appointment with you. So this is the end of our video. If you would like the template of this tutorial, feel free to leave a comment, okay? And if I notice a lot of people asking for it, I'm gonna send it to you guys in the comment as well. If you're a business owner looking to build those kind of AI callers for your business, whether it's inbound callers to take customer inquiries, or also outbound callers like this one to automate lead qualification, also do code calling, feel free to go to my links. Okay, there's a calendar link where we can get a free discovery call with my agency. I'd be very happy to hop on that call with you and explore how we can help you. If you are an agency owner like myself, you can just tell me in the comment that you need my template, and I'll be very happy to share it with you. So that's it, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Let's bring AI to the people. Peace.